Hey guys, back again. Kind of giving final thoughts on the Blackout already. I've done a couple of lap sessions on the oval track and I just beat the crap out of it. Pretty thorough on my off-road track and hit the Punisher half a dozen times. And I run her into high grass and got her into the thermal shutoff, which makes me very happy because I've had a lot of Redcat products that didn't have that feature and it just overheat and smoked the ESC or motor or something. This got hot and it shut off for a minute. When I got smart and didn't run so hard in the grass, it ran better. The body didn't all fall apart yet either. You saw some pretty cool tumbles there. The Redcat Blackout short course. I'm pretty happy with this. You know, I had the Pro Buggy Edition, and when you get the basic edition of something, as opposed to the Pro, you expect it to be dumbed down a little. Cheaper hardware, solid plastic links. I didn't run into any of that with this. I'm really pretty impressed with the quality of this car for what I paid for it. It's all hex hardware all the way through. It's got a heat sink on that motor. The motor still gets a little hot. I may have to get into the gearing and check. It might be binding up just a little bit. It doesn't feel like it. It rolls pretty free. Maybe it's just overgeared a touch for a brush motor in the grass and the shit that I was doing to it. I didn't notice anything running on the oval track, which is what this car's for. And that's kind of why I'm coming out with my final thoughts on it. A little premature probably, because I don't intend to run it on the off-road track anymore. We're going to get some parts in and get this thing changed over to a dirt oval car. That's what I bought it for, and that's what's going to happen with it. But I wanted to do some conventional running with it, just to make sure it wasn't a piece of shit for you guys that might be interested in buying this car, because of a pretty interesting price point. It's a lot of car for 125 bucks. Like I said, it's got the aluminum center brace, aluminum shock towers, got pretty nice aluminum standoffs instead of plastic bushings that the shocks mount to. The shocks are plastic bodied. They're threaded adjustment type shocks. They're pretty big bodied shock. They probably hold a lot of oil. I haven't opened them yet. I don't know if they're full or how they actually work. The damping seems okay, but I've tried them all the way down and 3/4 of the way up just to give some ground clearance for the off-road beating. I'll have to open them up. I'm going to be changing shock oil and fucking with stuff and trying to cheat and beat my buddy Bobcat with a car that's built exactly the same. I think I can do it because he's a rookie. That's it. One of my buddies on the Facebook page, he told me to take the mud flaps off and stick them on one of my crawlers, and I think that sounds like a pretty goddamn good idea because they're a pretty good looking mud flap. And I don't need all that bumper. I can cut the ends off that pretty short, and it actually kind of looks like a dirt track bumper. I wish I had something like that for the front. That's about all I got to say about the Redcat Blackout SC. Looking for another cheap car just to stick around with, that's a good option. Or a first car, it'd probably be okay for your first car. I wrecked her pretty hard out there and I didn't manage to break anything. Doesn't look like I bent anything. So next time we see this, it'll be more like an oval car. Now I got a little tidbit to add into this. I got to unhook from the tripod here. My buddy Benjamin over at Jamin RC, he's been watching and commenting along for quite a while, and he asked me a question yesterday. I think to quote him exactly, he said, "Where the fuck do you store all these rigs?" So you see my showcases here. This is all pretty new. There's some pretty cool looking stuff behind that glass. It's all stuff that I'm probably not going to run anytime soon, and there's a lot of new parts in the package. Some of it is parts for that 2.2 cage bouncer rock crawler project. A lot of speed controls and motors and shit that I thought I would use, and I just haven't yet. One day I will. And there's a whole bunch of shit on top of it that I haven't found a home for yet. A couple of crawlers that aren't done yet. Don't mind the mess. My bicycles are still in here. I gotta store my other shit somewhere. So this is the newest addition. This is stuff I added just a couple weeks ago just to make more room for rigs. I'm not going to go through and list them because that's a whole nother video. It fucking takes forever. I tried to get the camera to point at everything so you can at least get a look at it. And over here is the original place where I was filming. And this is even more of a fucking mess. This is terrible. I just brought a lot of stuff down from the house. It's a lot of sorting to go through, and I haven't had any time. I've been working 7 days a week, a lot. Try to point the camera at everything. There's an Armor Fury down there, not that anybody gives a fuck about them. Need wheels and tires. I think those are E-Max and E-Revo size. Those are more standard wheels and tires. That is spare parts and hardware and building materials. Alright, let's see if I can get the camera pointed at all these sons of bitches. B&C flagship if I ever get her done. Oh, the thrifty store body. I haven't done anything with yet. My old poor neglected sawback made it down to the garage and it got neglected to the bottom shelf, and there she sits. That's it, Benjamin. That's where I put them, buddy. Wherever I find a home, that's where they're stored. Bye-bye.